Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Today is December 9th, 2021, and the news is brought to you by Analogue Spotlight, a group of photographic retailers and manufacturers who have joined together to support analog photographic media and help keep analog photography thriving worldwide. The brands are Cameradactyl, Cosmo Foto, Chroma cameras, Reveni labs, RealitySoSubtle, Intrepid cameras, Pixl-ltr, Brooklyn film cameras, ONDU cameras, standard cameras, 20th century cameras, Pictoriographica, Analogue, Wonderland, Cinestill, large format camera store, Carmencita Film Lab, RH Designs, Imago, and Alvandi cameras. First of all, I will probably stop saying all the names of the brands in a couple of weeks. I hope to just send you to the link to their website so you can check the awesome brands. I will probably be mentioning new brands that join the Analog Spotlight as they join, but that's the idea. But I'll keep you updated. We do need to update the website with some new sponsors that have been added recently. So, first of all, I want to say sorry I didn't do the news on Tuesday. Today is Thursday, the 9th of December. I was on a trip to Stockholm with work, camera rescue, and we actually interviewed LP Foto, which will be a video I'll put on the channel here. That was very interesting about the auctions and camera auctions. And yeah, sorry for that little delay. So let's get started. First of all, Brooklyn Film Camera, one of the sponsors, is now the official distributor of One Instant black and white film. As you know, One Instant is a Kickstarter. Well, actually not a Kickstarter. One Instant was a project to repeat the, actually it wasn't a Kickstarter, to basically repeat the peel apart film that FP100C, left in the dust. And they have made a color and now black and white, which is available Brooklyn Film Camera, but it's all sold out, but they probably will be getting more soon. Talking about instant photography, we have Cameradactyl, also a sponsor, coming with a Kickstarter, this time to take his 20x24 RA4 reversal camera, instant camera, let's say, to Los Angeles, California. So Ethan is doing a Kickstarter to try to pre-sale tickets for portraits and whole-day studio sessions and so on in LA. The idea is that he will be able to rent a full studio and get assistance to help him for around a month in LA. Of course, this comes at a cost. As you know, studio rental in LA is not cheap, and Ethan wants to cover the base of at least not losing money by going. If you haven't seen the 20x24 camera, there's a couple of channels that have made videos on it that I will see if I can leave a link below, but if you look it up, Cameradactyl 20x24 on YouTube, you probably will find it. I know Eduardo Pavez has done a video, and Instagram, I can't remember right now the channel name, but you guys know who I am. The Polaroid channel, basically, Instant channel, who does an amazing job. So yes, if you are in LA and you want a portrait, or in California and you want a portrait with Ethan, you can go ahead now to this Kickstarter and book or pre-book a picture with him. He is in Albuquerque, so if you do want to get a booking in Albuquerque, I guess he's open for that if you want to, but just in case, that's the Kickstarter. Then we have Orwell once again giving us a little bit of news. I guess they are good at hinting stuff with a new website. It's orwell.wtf, which actually sounds pretty bad, but the website has a little bit of info about Orwell, background, and so on. And they're still hinting a black and white film that will be in canisters for still photography for us to load on cameras, and the possibility or option of an ECN2 film, which would be cinematography film to be developed in ECN2, which a lot of people love shooting on stills too, like basically the Vision 2, Vision 3 from Kodak. But we hold our fingers crossed that something will be coming from them. Then the biggest news I think this week is a new film camera, and no, not the one I have on the table here, but Mint's SF70, SF as square format. Mint is doing a rangefinder bellows square Instax camera. So Instax square, bellows, rangefinder. They created their own lens, their own shutter, their own everything. Basically made a camera out of scratch. Of course, it's instant Instax Square. It's available now. There's only 25 units or 24 units. It's not cheap at around 800, but if you consider that it's a medium format camera that shoots instant film with a rangefinder and bellows and automatic exposure and so on, it's actually quite affordable if we think about the GF 670, which is a different league, I know, but it's that camera when it came out was around $2,000, so take it as is. Also, remember, Mint is not doing Kickstarters or anything like that. This is directly a product that you can buy today. Then, talking about news, we have the Japan Camera Hunter 10-year MS Optics Apoqualia 35mm f1.3 M mount lens. That's a mouthful. So, Japan Camera Hunter, Bellamy, is celebrating his 10th anniversary. He's made some special edition Leica cameras that he's painted and customized and so on. But he's also released a 35mm f1.3 M mount lens with MS optics. It's extremely small, and I'm a huge fan of small glass on Leica M. And it's 35mm and it's 1.3. So actually, it has more light than a Sumilux. I mean, you can't compare because I think Sumilux's and this might be very different in rendering. These are more artisan lenses and so on, but it's around $1,300 if I'm not wrong, and I'm sure it's limited and it's painted pretty cool and so on. So if you support Bellamy and what he's doing, or you want a 35mm f1.3 very small lens, this is a lens that might be cool for you. Then we have the new camera release that's not the most important to me. I think the Instacon is much cooler. New Kodak Professional it says Kodak Professional on the camera. Kodak disposable loaded with Tri-X. So what's this camera about? This camera is being released by Kodak. It's disposable, which means single use. It has a flash. It's loaded with Tri-X 400 black and white film, and it has 27 exposures. I got 2 units sent to me by Kodak Alaris to pre-use it and shoot some stuff and see. But during winter here in Finland, there's not much to shoot, so I didn't get to shoot more than one of them. Honestly, this camera comes at no surprise, but slightly a bit of a deception for me in the sense that we could be doing reloadables. There's enough plastic waste out there. We have to take care of things, but I totally understand. If you're thinking, oh, Kodak, why do you do this? Ilford does an HP5 version and an XP2 version with C41 black and white chromogenic, I think is called the name, film that lets you develop in C41. This is their answer to that. They do have a reloadable camera, the Kodak M35 and Kodak M38. I think made by Sino Promise in China. This, of course, is made in China, but loaded with Kodak film. And the fun thing is it had the silver cap Tri-X. I developed it myself. I scanned it myself. I will be making a video on this and telling my opinion on how the images look and how the camera fits the market and who it's for. But yes, Kodak has made a disposable black and white camera. One thing to note, if you're new to this, be careful when you take this to your lab. Black and white film is usually way more expensive to develop at a lab because they have to do it mostly by hand. Some labs do have dip and dunks, but it's very rare. So be careful. This will come at a cost of trying to develop it at your local lab. It's best to do self-development if you feel comfortable enough with that. But yeah, let's go to the next news. We have One Instant coming out with a do-it-yourself instant camera. It comes with like a pinhole mount, and it has like a different, like a sliding box kind of thing, and they make it to be used with their One Instant film. So if you're into making do-it-yourself and you want to shoot One Instant in pinhole and a box camera, this is the thing for you. I suggest maybe looking at the Polaroid land cameras like the 180, 185, 195, and so on, because they have dropped a lot in price. Now the FP100C is pretty much gone from the market. Then we have Voigtlander with a rumor with a 50mm Nokton f1 coming January 2022. So as you know, Voigtlander has been making glass for like a mount for the digital use and film use, rangefinder coupled. This would be a 50mm f1.0. So, you know, you could almost shoot in the dark. Then we have news from Precision Camera Works. They're mechanics for and repair store in the USA, and they are no longer taking Linhof Technika cameras. If you are into large format and you know about Linhof Technika cameras are amazing, but they do usually love a little CLA every now and then. And for that, now they're telling people or recommending people to go to La Flex or LA Flex in LA. He does amazing work. I actually really recommend you follow his Instagram account, because even if you don't like large format, his photography, product photography, and so on is amazing. I really like it. And he does great work. I have a Patreon, Nico, who sent his 5x7 for full refurbish, and he does an amazing job. Not cheap, but everything that's good comes at a cost. So that's your option. Then we have an Analogue festival in South Africa. The Barrydale Analog Photo Festival is starting tomorrow, December 10th till the 20th. This is the second edition in South Africa, and it's basically having a bunch of workshops and I think some gallery openings, demonstrations, and so on. So you are into analog photography and you are located in South Africa or can travel to South Africa, even though it's not the best place, I guess, right now for traveling, mostly because of the restrictions to travel to and from. But they're doing this right now in December 10th to the 20th, 2021. So you can go and check it out. I'm leaving the link below, but it looks pretty cool. They mentioned that there's 2 analog festivals in the world, the one in Barcelona, Reveni, and them. So that's pretty cool. I've gone to the Barcelona version and it's really cool. Then we have the Sekonic L398A light meter 70th anniversary edition. It's available already at some stores. So if you were the one that wanted to get this rose gold special commemorative light meter, it's now available at some locations. You can check it out. It's not cheap. I've heard of one person that's picked it up and he says it's really well made and really pretty. But of course, this is sort of a collectionist memorabilia item. So yeah, if you're interested in that, you can check it out now. Also, that's the news for this week. As always, thanks to all the sponsors and the Patreons that support this show for me to keep on doing news live. I will be making that video on the Kodak Tri-X disposable. It's going to be a review / opinion video because I will have a lot to say about this little camera, funny enough. And I will take into consideration what you guys said last week about my opinion videos and make some more. I have like 5 or 6 lined up in my head. Now I just need to make them a video. So yeah, as always, you can send an email to the email below. It does help a lot to get emails about news that I might miss, because even though I'm usually on analog photography mode on all day, I always have some news that slip my mind or I don't find about South African Photo Festival because I am not local to them. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next one. Bye.